Yo, how's it going? So recently, the red pill has been getting a lot of tomatoes thrown at them just based off their takes, which I agree with. From the getting a vasectomy thing and not starting a family to this, where they're talking about you have to endure abuse. It's just been ridiculous. But hey, let's see what I've preached talk
If
about
there's
here.
someone that's very, very young, might be really religious and like values marriage a lot, and goes into a marriage and has kids when they're like 18.
Also, I hate the fact that they were in this one. They were talking about how they were like, oh, in the Bible it says this. I'm positive that the Bible was probably doesn't condone you, you know, elbow dropping your wife here. Like I'm positive they don't condone that. Not even
In
I think Muslim religion
1920,
doesn't condone
and
that,
then
but hey, who knows?
a year
I
into the
haven't read into
relationship,
it.
it gets really, really.
From
Would
who?
you from both?
This is so rare.
Anyone,
It's
anyone
so
really.
rare.
I mean, it happens.
Go on,
I'm just,
go on.
My point is, I'm just yeah. Even though it might be rare from what you guys think,
It is.
if it would happen, what would you recommend for those people to do? Would they divorce, or do you want them to keep going in the
And
relationship?
this
You
guy,
can't
man,
divorce.
this
I mean,
guy
that's
has
not a real thing.
L take.
You
These
can,
two in
like, separate.
particular.
See,
These
his Catholic
these
background
goofballs.
shines through. He knows. You can't divorce. You can separate, but you can't actually divorce. That's not a real thing.
Even though it might be like physically abusive,
You got to endure. People are too.
you want to stick into the
People
relationship.
are just.
See,
like,
I mean, look,
people
I'm gonna be
nowadays
honest.
are just pussies. Everybody fucking quits.
That guy, man, he took the cake on that one.
If you're looking for me, I'll be in my home space over here.
What, you're not willing to endure this?
Yeah, I'm divorcing this subject.
Yeah.
Yo, you have to endure. I understand the sentiment that
like-
people feel like folks divorce too easily and for the wrong reasons. Okay. I understand. And I can even get behind that sentiment to a degree.
But
Okay.
also, people
Facts.
marry
That's actually true.
for the wrong reasons and too easily. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, beating your wife is a good reason for a divorce.
That's controversial. That's
stuck you and we
controversial,
figured
Abba.
out, and maybe you have. But expecting other people who are getting their ass beat to stay in a marriage where they're getting beaten up is crazy. Endure. People quit too easily nowadays.
Bruh.
What? That's your response to somebody who's being physically beaten by their partner? They sit here and they talk about single parent households this, single parent households that. Do you think it's good to raise a child?
In a violent environment, that's even worse. There's some relationship you talk about it's bad to be single. There's some people that are still together and has been a detriment to kids. Why? Because it was a toxic environment. But whatever.
I'll even say this. I think it's far worse to grow up in an environment where your dad beats your mom on a regular basis, or he beats the kids, or she beats him. What?
Definitely, it is way worse. I mean, I've honestly seen examples of situations like that where the family tried to stick together even though the father is abusing the kids, and he's abusing the mother. Well, he's just an abusive person in general, and I've seen situations like that. And unfortunately, the kids grow up messed up, man. They have a lot of like trauma, and they don't know how to deal with it. So some go to drugs, some go to some just stay quiet. They don't have good social like they're not aware socially really. They just kind of like stay in their own box, and it's really awkward for them. And so yeah, dude, like it's way worse, way worse, way worse to stick trying to stick to an abusive relationship. It would just when the parent could just be single, and like it would have been so much better in my perspective. Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
Whatever it might be, that's way worse than growing up in a single parent household. I wouldn't even consider the two in the same ballpark. You have to understand, okay? I hate bringing this up because people make it a bigger deal than this, but then you have these retards who get
Facts.
on podcasts and proudly say, you should endure, you should endure. You do realize that most of the people who die in relationships as a result of spousal violence are women, right? So how do you expect any of your movements to be taken seriously and to not be seen as anti-women when your advice to women who are being beaten up by their partners is
To endure.
Everybody fucking quits. Everybody gives up. It's too hard. I'm this XYZ. This is why I'm special, so I can fuck up this entire situation.
this
Or
guy, man.
maybe the person who fucked up and gave up is the person who beat their partner. Is that not a possibility? To me
Yeah.
personally, the person
Yeah,
who decides to
definitely.
lay their hands on the person they're supposed to protect to their dying breath is probably the deadbeat loser who gave up on the relationship. But maybe that's a hot take. Maybe I'm the retard in all this.
That's
I'll tell you what. hold on.
Endure.
I'll tell you what I would do. If
Endure. The
my
way he
daughter
says it.
was in a relationship
It's
with
so
a guy
wild.
and she gets married to him and he starts abusing
Endure.
her a year into
Endure.
it.
No,
Shut up, bro.
Yo, wait. No. Time out. Slide. Time out.
What the f*** did you say? Time out.
No way. There's
Time
no
out.
way.
Time out. So when it's your daughter kill him, no, she should endure. But when it's other people, they shouldn't get divorced.
The hypocrisy, right?
What?
The
So if
hypocrisy.
you're
Cards.
So you see how they have different rules for the women in their lives, but for the women at general that they're not connected to, who they don't have to have
Cards.
any empathy for, they're saying endure.
Cards.
Yeah, that's
Man
so much
says,
easier. It's
"Oh,
so
no,
easy to
but
do
if
that.
it's your
It's so
daughter,
easy to
you're
do
going
that when you
to
don't have
murder
empathy
her.
for other people, or they're not in
Yeah,
your
you're
circle of life.
Murder him.
This is the time when conservatives just sound retarded, okay? This is the time where they have, you know how the left people, this is their retardation.
And the reality is, people just haven't learned to fucking endure. There have been hard times in relationship. I'm sure you guys had hard times in relationship. Any relationship has hard times, and it
Okay.
is what it is. You need to push through.
Hard times is such a general thing. So it's like, there's a difference between you guys are going through financial struggles and you giving your girl black eyes because you don't like your job. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts,
there's a
man.
difference between those two things.
Huge.
Yeah,
I think
me
it's
Preach, we've been
moon
struggling
and
through
sun.
things. Oh yeah, Preach been stealing from my bank account every month. That's a different kind of endure. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that before.
Don't put shit on me I haven't done.
I never said you did. I'm giving a hypothetical. There's a difference between us going through things financially because the business not doing well and you stealing money. Someone looking at me because you stole money and saying endure. I'm like, nigga, who you talking to?
But even if I stole money,
Uh-huh. What?
push through.
Nigga.
Yeah,
You know
that
how
was a
quick
good
this
troll.
shit
That was a
would be
good
over
little
if I
troll.
You sold a whole substantial amount of money.
Of course, man.
I would never live with myself doing that to you.
Same.
Exactly.
Same.
But I don't even have to stress that. I'm never having to worry about
But
that.
it matters.
But you stole money. It's not even
But-
the money, because
but-
you know me. Money not that deep. To me,
but-
it's the principle.
But endure.
Dude.
Like we got a good but bro, we got a good thing going on.
'cause I'm
What's
sitting
up?
here thinking like-
it's just money. So exactly.
You could have just asked me. I'm giving you the cash.
But yo, it's just okay.
You
so,
steal from me.
Okay, so what's the problem then?
Nah.
Endure.
Because
These
we're
two.
in this situation now, like where everybody's just creating this like super nuanced, like 1% example of like, well, what if the kids fuck?
Super nuanced. Well, like, do you think?
If
do you
the
think
relationship
spousal?
is
Do you think spousal?
What?
Wait, do you think spousal like a 1% thing?
Yo, puis là, il va deep dans une autre.
I'm actually curious. Minimum on where?
It's not that rare. You talk about, if the relationship is abusive, what do?
Nearly 20% of marriages and intimate partnerships will experience physical violence, according to the American
20%.
Association of Marriage and Family Therapy.
And they're over here talking about
Let's say
how,
it's not 20%,
oh, it's
10%.
so,
That's still a lot. Like, I
it's
think
such
if you
a
guys look into your
thin
lives, I don't know
sliver
about
of
y'all.
keep- of-
but me
of
personally, I think most
relationships.
of us can say
It's like,
that
bro,
we've
come on.
known somebody who's been in an abusive relationship.
facts.
or
That's
marriage.
true. Like,
I know several relationships for sure. Marriage,
Wow.
a few only. It's not that uncommon, and there's a lot of shame and hush hushness associated with that. You probably got family members who are married to somebody who beat them, but didn't want to talk about it publicly.
They won't because you're gonna tell them to push through.
Yes.
oh, okay, here we go. I've been meaning to get Teach Hanley, I ain't gonna lie. Something, I'm probably gonna use their link, but it's summer now. It's trying to go out,
Hi.
about and go for jogs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be,
You know, summer is coming out and things are going to be pretty
Disrespectful
hot
to
for
the
your
skin.
skin. And you don't want to use anything that's going to be able to, ouch.
But yeah, man, those
gonna
takes
be
are
able to
so
hurt your
crazy
skin. You
to
want
my
something
in my
soft,
eyes.
you know
It's
what I
just like,
mean?
how do you look in the mirror and say, yep,
That's
this
why
is the type of
pH
shit I
has
want
the
to put
product
out to the
for you.
world. This is the
You do
type of
not wanna use
things
some
I want the
abrasive
world to
stuff on your
hear.
skin. Some of
bro,
you
that-
are degenerate. Soap
Boggles my
from
head.
the dishwasher to wash the nooks and crannies. Come on, pass on, baby. Summer is coming. If you don't know what to do with your skin, I would suggest you to use the level 1 box. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. A scrub to get in the nooks and crannies.
It's looking
to
good
get
over
all the
here,
little
I'm not gonna
residue
lie.
out. You know, there's a daily
Oh.
facial wash. There's also an AM moisturizer with SPF 15. No, SPF 20 for the sun. Yeah. Use them promo. T.A. Genly. Use that thing. It's really great. It's for your skin and it's soft. And since the wonderful weather is coming, you do want to be able to use that. And I
Yeah,
have
that's true.
wonderful skin. Yeah. Thank you for that.
If you click on the link below, you will not only save 30% off your first box, but you will also receive a gift.
And get your skin ready for summer. You know.
Bruh.
Yeah.
All
Well,
that
that
health
started.
and nothing.
How
All that
about you?
health. All that health, bruh. All that health. I need to take this guy out.
Like, cool. Okay, I get like that one fucking
No, but I'm
minute
asking for anyone
situation.
that might be in that situation,
Wow,
what would
bro.
you recommend?
Okay,
Do you think
Endure.
that-
I'll tell
would
you
they
what.
give
I'll,
up
I'll tell you
divorce?
what.
Endure.
I don't.
This
Just repeat
it's
the
such
word.
a
That's crazy.
So,
goofball.
doctor, so I have to explain my endure. Endure.
Yeah.
Okay? You're being a pussy right now. 2 Tylenols, a glass of water, go to sleep. Endure. Okay? It's normal.
Man got a whole
it's-
kidney infection.
It's normal. You're in pain, right? Yeah, and then people think that we're going nuclear with this shit, like with the pain thing and the doctor. Yeah, but it's an illness. It's a problem that you have in your body. It's a bit the same thing with a relationship. When something like that is happening and going on, it can affect the rest of your body. Things like that.
Yeah,
can
dude.
actually affect- and I'm talking
Facts.
about just not physical, but verbal abuse. That affects your body.
There's plenty of things your partner can say to you that you wish you would have just punched you for. Or they would have hit you.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I think you
Yeah,
guys
that's true.
think about what the worst thing your partner can tell you in terms of your insecurities or that would be hurtful to you.
But even your friends.
Yeah, I've seen
I'm
men
single man.
broken by conversations at dinner tables. When a woman said something too much about her man, or a man said something, I'm like, "Woo, this shit gonna be toxic tonight." You should have just slapped her because that probably would have got over a bit better. But anyways.
Shout out to you, Will.
I'll tell you what.
You just brought a Will Smith there.
You gotta do that, bro.
But
You ain't gotta do that.
okay.
Slightly example, though.
Pity,
A slight
yes,
example.
But
I'm gonna be showing up on their doorstep and teaching him some lessons.
Exactly.
That's what I would do. I also would
but,
not if
Okay.
if I didn't have the capacity to do that for some reason, I don't know. I wouldn't want my daughter in that situation, quite frankly. And I understand the argument to endure because I have people close to me who grew up in abusive households, and it lasted for periods of time, and it was a phase, and they endured through it, and they ended up raising healthy, successful families.
What about if two people get married?
Yeah,
and-
but like that's like you're like I don't know. I feel like there's like you got to look at the statistics. Like it's way better to look at the statistics than just be like put your personal like 2 cents in it.
have a kid, and then the wife
You
starts
don't represent
cheating.
the
Do
world.
you think they should divorce?
Absolutely.
They should
Yeah.
divorce then?
Jesus himself
You don't
said.
think
But wasn't it
Jesus, hold on.
illegal?
Yeah, and this is another one. It's like, bro, the hypocrisy, right? Like the hypocrisy. Like the moment it's divorce, cheating. Oh my God, divorce. Jesus Christ. It's like again, bro. Like, don't use religion as your shield.
Jesus himself said in cases of adultery, divorce is
So you think that
permissible.
divorce is worse than physical abuse?
oh,
Yeah, she got him there. She got him there.
all this time, they're Catholics, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well. Some of them are Catholics. You know what I mean? They wear it as a badge to be able to say this. Their behavior and what they actually advocate for in other areas, not sure it's so Catholic. But anyways,
Right,
you
exactly.
notice the whole endure thing goes right out the window
Or
when it's
religion,
cheating.
exactly.
You can beat your partner, work it out, but if they cheat on you, it's a wrap.
Right.
If your
So
sister,
wild.
okay,
So wild.
was like, or somebody in your life was in a relationship or a marriage, and you found out they were being cheated on, you'd probably be upset. If you found out they were getting their ass beaten, wouldn't you have a completely different reaction?
Hell yeah,
Which
bro.
one would
Like,
you be like?
You
I'm
gotta
a
pull up
killer?
or something.
Like,
Yeah, you gotta
cheating
pull up or
is a
something.
thing that happens. Don't endure it. Get out of the relationship. Fine. But your loved one is beaten.
Horrible
The guy-
take.
the
I'm
guy
saying,
goes
it's
to the
just such a
girl,
horrible
"Yo,
take.
What up, baby girl? So, would you rather me cheating on you or beating the fuck out of you? Choose, because it's happening now.
Wow.
Oh no, man! It's just crazy to me that these guys are just sitting here like side dick unacceptable, but side punches are fine. You know, take a right hook. Like, I don't know. To me, it's just crazy. With their whole lot of people are pussies. They don't want to fight. They don't want to endure. What about cheating? No, gotta go. She gotta go.
Horrible.
Gotta go. She
Horrible.
gotta go.
Don't do that.
What happened to your endure philosophy? What happened? I guess
Facts.
your emotions are more important than her physical body.
I like the fact that
That's wild.
I like the fact that they always talk about enduring. Like back in the day, people used to endure. Like, yeah, they did, but it's not because they had choice. They didn't have a choice, so they endure. And did that make it better? Not really. There's a lot of people that endured
remember here back then, they used to tell women that they had to have they had to have kids and kids and kids and kids and kids. That's what they were supposed to do. Children and children and children. And that was some of these women. More than we'd like to like of these women to you, you'd say, yeah, it's just a little percentile. But more than we couldn't have 14, 16, 17 kids. But they had to do it because the Catholic Church said, you know what, you have to endure.
Bruh, that's crazy.
And the lady couldn't. And what happened?
That's such a crazy statement.
Death. And then a man was supposed to raise 17 kids with the oldest trying to do the best to. Yeah, they endured. They did endure it. Doesn't necessarily make it better. Or it
Right.
doesn't mean that it's a good thing. They used to do it back then. Yeah, look at the ramification of that. Look at the ramification of things and people enduring.
I don't know.
It makes up for very miserable people. But then again, you said they're Catholics. Oh, I get it. Nothing against Catholics, but
I don't know. It's just
very.
They have some L takes themselves.
And
it's I don't know. It's a bit frightening. Just knowing that these people are influencing so many people and some of the stuff that they're saying to young men. It's like, yeah, you're a woman. She should endure you beating her.
that's the
Yeah,
dumbest
that's
shit I've
horrible.
ever
That's a
did.
horrible advice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Like, these people might be the result, or might be the people who like sanction. Folks end up beating people. Just like, oh, endure it, tolerate it. How about the advice? Stick to this. If you beat your partner, you're a garbage ass person, and you might need some therapy to fix your own fucking issues. How about focusing on that end and not expecting women, okay, the ones who overwhelmingly take the brunt of it and the worst ends of it, to just sit there and be punching bags for men who haven't dealt with their fucking issues. How about not putting kids through those kinds of environment? I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah.
That is it for today's video. Let us know what you guys think. Were you guys able to endure all this with us? If you are, now you're ready for an abusive relationship. Congratulations.
Yeah, but now let's see how that guy that says crucifixion endures a little bit of he said some things to a woman, so now he's about to get pressed, and let's just go ahead and see that. All right, so yeah, man, let's go ahead and see this.
Healthy
Let's see how
woman.
my guy
Do you
handles
think you're
this.
normal? Exactly.
In what sense?
This is
Well,
gonna
do you
be-
think you have
this
healthy
was
habits?
an
Yeah.
ether.
You do?
Yeah.
Weren't you the same one who like fat shamed me like last week or so?
I don't
Do
know.
you think that's normal from a man, from a stranger to fat shame somebody?
I don't remember. Did I call you fat?
Okay.
Let's see how he endures
You know
this.
what you were
Let's
in
see
the
how he
chat.
endures this.
You knew you were in the chat. Don't do that on camera.
I don't know.
Don't do that.
Don't do
know,
what?
I
Do
feel
that,
like you have a
MLD, because
strange
you
way
were
of,
in the
like-
chat with your checkmark name doing that.
What
so
was I
own
saying?
Up, listen, it's okay if you want to do those things,
Yeah.
but own up to what you do.
What was I saying?
I mean, women are apparently like CEO of not taking accountability, but I mean, I guess you should change your pronouns because I'd say you're kind of in the same bracket when it comes to that.
Ooh.
All right, I'll get right on that.
And that's not masculine energy.
Just saying.
Masculine energy
High
owns
value
up
men. Remember, I told you
to
that.
what
Don't
they
call people
say.
horse either.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Dude.
women can't handle criticism. I took that like a champ. That's fine. I'll take that. But I think you yourself as a man should probably work on that instead of saying that I don't want to traumatize women, because it definitely shows
I
that
don't
you
want
have.
to. I don't want to traumatize women.
We don't want to traumatize men either. That's the thing. So
Okay.
that's why
Damn.
it's easier to go to Japan
Damn.
and find the konnichiwa type of girl, because they're not going to debate with you. That's the problem.
That's right. They're just robotic female slaves in Japan. They have no personalities.
It
they just say
shows.
konnichiwa.
Yeah, sumisada,
And look
all
how
that shit
quiet
that
my
you
guy
like.
is. Look
it's
how
evident
quiet
that
my
you're
guy
used to
is here.
women who don't check you when you're being irrational
Thanks.
and way out of place.
Thanks
Because
for the,
when he's at the boys, he's over here just rah 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 rah. But like now that he's getting checked and pressed, like he's a little
whole
more,
synopsis on the 37 years of my
It
life.
shows.
You've,
Well,
you've
age
derived
really
it
shy.
in
doesn't
an
mean to
hour
a
and
lot of
half.
people. It shows. Like, you could be, my grandma's 80 years old and still drives like shit. It doesn't matter how old you are. So I would have to say, you sound like somebody who really looks down on women with the way that, I mean, you even made a whole hit piece on that. I think that's weird.
I didn't make a hit piece on
Damn.
her.
This guy, you should really change your pronouns, because I could see that's not your best trait to actually own up to what you do. And I think that's really disgusting.
Why don't you sit in your masculine energy and maybe just apologize for what you said? I think that that's very masculine. I think that's a great way, because I feel like, number one, in a war, everyone thinks they're right?
God damn.
So I think that right now is a great opportunity for you to show that men can be masculine and have feelings, and can also regress and think back about what they said. Maybe in the moment you said it because you got excited or whatever, and you were just in this.
And they're
phase of
giving him
yours.
so much space here. They're giving him so much. They're being so like yeah, no, they're just giving him space here, and it's like, bro, like, just say like, oh yeah, I fucked up. I did this, that, and third. That's on me. It is what it is. You know, I apologize. They're giving him so much leeway here to like, you know, like not fall flat on his face here. But this guy just has so much pride that it's just gonna get worse.
But I think sitting here in front of her, you're talking about that you want this wife and this submissive person and all of this, but where's your respect towards women?
Yes.
And don't you run like an
Just
entire male
apologize to her.
empowerment thing? Like I think that's important that people look up to you. And you know what's funny? I actually subscribed to you prior to you doing that. And I thought that was so out of pocket. And I was like, wow, like people like you, respectfully to anyone that's listening. This is why I stepped out of the red pill space, because you guys are so quick to demonize women in the West. But mind you, all of these girls have been working since we were old enough to work. But instead of people seeing that, you guys demonize women for masculine traits when we're also working just like you. And I mean, I don't expect respect, but like there was no beef and it was so unnecessary. And I think that's accountability that some people should take, but to each their own.
Yeah.
Damn. Like I said, man, she's on him. She's pressing him full court. This is straight up full court press.
So what are you upset that I called you fat?
This is upset. This is upset.
Clearly.
This is addressing.
Well,
and
why
I think
don't
that's
you want to
important
own up to
address.
what you said, though? Why
What
are you
was it?
Yeah,
denying
facts.
it?
Because he's like saying, I never said that. I never said that. Like, bro, just say it. Just be like, yo, I did that. It is what it is. Whether you feel better or not, it's just better to say I did it, and then just, you know,
We're kind of
keep it
built the
pushing.
same, which is funny, dude. We're like, I mean, come on, man. You can't be sitting there acting like we're like, oh, and I'm like, dude, honestly, that's so out of pocket in so many ways.
Well, how about this?
Yeah.
This came out of left field, but I don't know. I'm like tuned in right now. Like,
Yeah,
well,
but
I didn't
let
know this
him-
was
let him
happening on
own
my
up-
show, but
let
here
him
we go.
own up to what was
Here we go.
said and let him clear
So,
the room.
all
If
good.
we misinterpreted,
Ladies, hold on.
if we didn't
All right.
understand, let him
So
clear the air.
guys, let me just host the show for a second. You're upset because why?
I think that, listen, criticism, sure, but be real and own up to whatever mistake you make, because again, you are leading whatever group
What
you
did
are.
I say?
how's she more based in alpha than this guy? Huh? Like, and he's also like, he was over there commentating, like, on calling people fat and stuff like that. Like, bro, you call
It's
yourself
so
alpha,
upsetting.
bro?
I don't get it. Why did you talk to me?
It's such a simple. It's just a simple thing. It's like keep your. If you don't have, you know, keep your thoughts to yourself. Keep your thoughts to yourself. If you're not ready for the backlash, keep
But
your
you
thoughts to
do,
yourself.
you do all this content and you comment all these things, but you don't remember what you do. But you have all the comments to be made.
No, it's okay. I'll just endure this like I should in an abusive relationship.
Okay, so MLD, what do you recall of this?
I'm still waiting for that. Like, I don't get it. What was said that made you so upset?
This is the problem. So if we reverse the roles, if a woman addressed this, you'd be
Sorry,
like, you're
just
being
not
emotional.
gonna answer the question.
There is nothing. I've
Why
said
don't
it like
you
5
answer the
times.
question?
I'm asking the question. Well, why are you so mad?
This is
She's
mad?
already said it.
Because
What do you?
what?
What do you?
She did.
He said
already
you're saying that he
explained it.
called you fat and you're addressing.
To
it.
just take accountability for it. Like, oh my
Okay.
bad. I was
Because
probably
he's
just slurring
talking
on
about
Hennessy.
women that they have to do X,
Slurring
Y,
on
and Z, and all
Hennessy.
this.
It's not even an excuse, still.
What they have to do,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't, treat women badly because they have to submit to you. And in Tokyo or whatever, they're so feminine and this and that. But it's here. You come here, and when there's women are making valid points, and there are respectable women, you come in the chat and you fat shame, or you go and make pieces about people, or whatever it is that you want to do. At the end of the day, all that's being said is that, listen, if you're going to do those things, own up to it and then make your point about it. If you're going to
Facts.
do these things and you're not going to own up to it, and then what's the point? You're just what, bullying people?
What's up with, like, there's no integrity in what you stand on. Like, nowadays, like, you're running a space where men stand on principles
Damn.
and honor, but, like, you see someone's face and you completely dismiss the fact that was disgusting. Like, disgusting. We're not in a Call of Duty lobby. Like, I don't know you.
Oh my gosh, she said the Call of Duty lobby. This girl's based, bro. Like, bro, come on, fight back, my guy. Fight back for the love of God, man.
It wasn't like I've said something to you. I said anything to you. I've stepped out of the
Shit,
combative space of the
bro.
red pill stuff because of guys like you. And you prove my point to it. It's like, I don't know you. You don't have to do that, and that's fine. It's fine if I said, like, you're not my preference. I've never attacked you before.
Right.
But
I'm
again,
still waiting for what made you upset.
it's okay. Right now, we're going to call you the delusional girl.
All right, how about I just?
And we can just stick
you
to
want to just
that.
leave because this is retarded.
No, I will.
Why would
let's.
you
Oh, now
leave
you want
now?
to leave. Endure, bro. You gotta endure situations like this. You can't just walk and leave, bro. You stop being a pussy. Stop being a fucking pussy and endure, my guy. Come on.
Upset
Why
because
would you
Wait,
leave?
let's-
You literally are. You're an example.
Can
of
gotta
someone
men.
endure
tell
this
me what I
abuse.
said
You gotta
that
endure
everybody's
this
so
abuse.
upset about that I'm
That
still
you
waiting
make
on?
content
what was the
for.
example that just
Okay,
to be clear?
I'll do the 3. Was it 3? Nah, I'm pretty sure it was. Is this chick supposed to be attractive? 1. 2, she's 40 pounds too heavy.
Receipts. She got the receipts memorized. That's
XYZ, something about weight. I wouldn't listen to her. Like, you just went on a rant. It was like.
How do you know that was him, though?
Because it was his name with the check mark in the chat.
Do you recall?
Yeah, he says, what did I do? When did I do this? Da, da, da. Well, your name and your check mark is right there, my guy.
I guess so. So
Okay,
you're
so
mad.
now you
You're mad because I said you're
But you
40
see-
pounds overweight. I'm on every chat. I'm in Fresh and Fit. You know how it is when you're a streamer. You're in all these chats. I did like 6 shows in the last 6 days.
So just say sorry.
So just own up to being a piece of shit.
Well, no. So I'm not. So first of all, I'm not a piece of shit.
You don't
So
think that's
talk to
piece
me
of
like
shit
that.
behavior?
Okay, don't talk to me like that.
Technically.
All right.
see you're
Secondly,
upset.
Endure this.
All right.
Endure this.
I said what I said. I do think maybe you were 40 pounds overweight.
Sure.
So what's wrong with that?
We can match each other's energy. All I had to say was you need to like own up to your shit because it's weird that you
I
would
just
face
did.
me. Yeah, after like pulling teeth. Are you good?
No, after you talking over me and
Bro, she's good. She's good.
freaking
This
trauma
was-
dumping over
Did I say
live
that?
on
I
the
don't know what I said.
show.
See what I said?
You
I don't
pick
even
these
know what I said.
words and like you throw them on people. But if I acted the way you act, you would demonize me. If I literally attacked
That
you
is
the way
true,
you attacked
right,
me, if I said
right,
the
right.
things
That is-
that's disrespectful.
that
If
is
another
facts,
man said
man.
the shit that you said to me, oh, that's fighting words. But yet a woman says it to you, oh, she's being dramatic, she's masculine, she's emotional. But
I didn't call you
but
any of those
where's
things.
the vein coming out of my neck that I'm so triggered right now that oh she's mad? I think it's disgusting that you act the way. It's so like unattractive and not manly, but yet you sit here and shame women. Oh, I can't wait to go back to Japan. I just think there again, you're leading a bunch of cows to follow you, and you're like, yeah, this
To
is
the
how men
slaughter.
should act. That's not how men in my family and in my life act, and it's so unattractive that you think that's normal. So you are part of the problem in the West, is what I'm basically saying.
Okay.
So let's
Look at
try
that.
to put a silver lining on
Concede.
this thing. This
He
came out.
concedes. He says,
How
all right,
should he
man,
have
you got it,
acted,
bro.
in your
You
opinion?
pressed me.
Walked in the
You
green room.
full
All
court
you had to do was
pressed
say,
me.
hey,
You
no hard
bench
feelings.
pressed me.
I was just on the little juice a little bit. I was tripping.
All the
my bad. I
presses
would
in
be
the
like,
world.
all right, bro, like all fair is word. That's fine. I would have dropped it. But the fact that you walk in the room, you don't address it, you sit here, it's like awkward. And I'm like, this is how, again, people like you want women to submit to this garbage nonsense. And then you're, well, women are not submissive. Why would I submit to that type of activity? But again,
This is great pushback. This is
showbiz.
just
That's
such good
fine.
pushback.
You're
I love
totally
to see this.
entitled to that. I'll give you.
And it's
I
reasonable
didn't even
too.
know who she is when I was in the waiting room.
That's the whole point.
Oh my God. You are meant for the camera, my friend. You are something else. You don't know who she was when you were in the chat?
No.
No.
In the
Wow.
camera,
Like,
in the
look
back
at everyone
room?
else are like,
it's okay.
All right. Well, how about this?
Oh my God.
Is there
You
anything
just
you would like to
exposed
take
yourself.
back or
Good job.
apologize? Whatever you want.
No, not after
Okay.
being treated like that. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna be talked down.
bro, what happened to enduring? You gotta endure this. You know, you gotta work it out and endure. You gotta push through this. Maybe see you there might be a sun at the end of this tunnel, bro. Come on.
By like some child that has no decency.
Oh,
to
it's a
communicate
child
in a
now.
respectful manner.
It starts with you. What
Okay.
man leads a relationship like that? You don't even know how to lead
All
a
right,
general
all
space.
right, you guys are better than me. You win. Cool. Next question, please.
Amazing.
Anyway,
Oh my God, what a
you guys good?
conceited.
Amazing.
You guys
He
good?
conceded.
All right. I had like 3 more topics to get to, but I'm sitting in the middle of this like, holy shit.
This is fun. This is hilarious. I love
Anyway,
to see
I hope
this.
you guys at least after the show can hug it out. I don't know if that's possible.
Bruh.
I got a
And
hard
your
out
blood
at 6.
vessel.
Man, I'm spitting on your hand and pushing you down the
Totally.
stairs.
Okay,
Get
we
out
gotta
of
get
here.
you on. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this last segment. This came out of nowhere. This is
I'm
live
petty. I
TV,
ain't
ladies
gonna
and
lie.
gentlemen. I didn't expect that happening. But I hope you guys genuinely can figure this out after the show. No hard feelings. I understand where you're at. Natalia, final super chats. Let's get some winners, and we'll go to the happy ending, and we got to wrap up for today.
The happy ending.
So I will go through. Let's see where to start. I'll start with the one on my screen right here. Being Cheeks, I never subbed to Angela or MLD, but Angela got my vote for the rose. Typical red pill guys
real,
never take
for real.
accountability for the same way OnlyFans girls in their future.
Ethered,
Then we have
I
this
say.
one. Being Cheeks, have more enthusiasm reading the chat. I will. Then we have Full Weed Todd. Divorce is actually worse than average men. They end up lying in their cars and sitting on earth for men at 40. Self-destruction. Sorry, it was a little blurry when I took a picture. Then we have Redo.
Hold on,
Destiny.
guys. As we're doing this, production team, real quick. I know we're wrapping up. MLD literally has to go. He's not walking off. No. He said at 6 o'clock
Bro.
he needed to a hard out
He
at
got-
6 o'clock right now.
He got swirly.
MLD,
he got
final
the
words
whole
before you run
works.
off. I don't want to go out like this.
That's the face of embarrassment. That's you. When you get embarrassed, you just get red hot. And you're just like, fuck, bro. Like, this is the best example. Good job, bro. Creator, and good job on enduring there, my guy.
Anything you would like to say before you
You're
do-
something
I got
else.
nothing to
You're
say.
something else. Oh, okay. Yep. There you go.
See? My point.
Ooh, and she still left with that little jab at the end. She shanked him, bro. She shanked him. Oh my god. But anyway, that was just the best video ever. It was just great way to wrap that up. But anyway, catch y'all later.